This is why you don't be a shyster. Probably 8 days ago and haven't been touched. As an example, this thing was stapled up, made in USA, made in China. This is Joe on the Okie Woodsman channel. Thank you for being here. I have an interesting video for you today. I'm doing something I probably should not. Amazon makes this really hard because with the prices that Amazon is offering on some of this stuff, I couldn't resist. Let's take a look at what I've gotten here. You may have seen on a previous video where I bought a bar from Amazon for my 562. Amazon deals sliding right out of the box. The bar was packaged extremely poorly. I did a thing and I purchased another bar from Amazon. Let's see how this one goes. This is the same exact package, or box I should say, that last VersaCut came in. This one didn't have a bar falling out of the package, so that's good. This one's a little bit different. So we've got some paper this time. And this is a bar and chain combo. Did Amazon fix the issue? I wouldn't say that, but I will say this, at least the paper, I think this had far less chance of falling out of that box. You might be wondering what saw this is for. This is a bar that's spec'd on a saw that didn't call for this length of bar. I'll tell you that right now. That's a little hint. Let's take a look down the bar here. This one doesn't appear to have any sort of twist or anything in it, so that's good. I am processing a return on that 20-inch bar because I've had enough people say that you should return it, and so I'm going to return it. So what this is here is this is actually for a CS310. If you notice, this is much longer than the bar that comes on a CS310. Those are spec'd out of the factory with a 14 or a 16. In stock, I really wouldn't recommend any more than a 14-inch on that saw because you really can't get that saw into much more than 14 inches of wood because it just simply doesn't have the power. Okay, so we got that. We got a loop of chain. I'm not going to go ahead and give a price, but I will provide links below on so you can check the price. Listen, if you are looking for a bar and chain replacement for your chainsaw, before you go to the local big box store, I would really suggest hopping in on Amazon. Click this link, see if this will work on your saw. I can tell you this right now, this bar and chain combo is less money than just buying the bar alone at a big box store. With that being said, it makes sense. Now the other bonus is this is the same exact chain as, if you've been following the channel, my boy bought me for Christmas at a yard sale, he bought me some 2-stroke oil and a chain. He thought the chain might work for me. Well, I currently didn't have anything that it would work on, but now it is identical to this chain and this bar setup. Work has been a bit wild, so I haven't even honestly cleaned up all my stuff from the last time I went cutting. So that's not good. And that's where when I say, when I've said in the past, I've talked about needing to sharpen a chainsaw, and just basically the concept is getting behind and simply not having the time to keep up on filing. I know there's a lot of people that will run their saws, come home and file on them, and no excuses, but it is an excuse for me. I simply don't have the time between work, cutting, editing, commenting, all that stuff to stay up on it as well as I would like to. With that being said, these saws have been placed in here about, I don't know, probably 8 days ago and haven't been touched. So they're dirty. They are, they need to be filed, sharpened. By the way, this 20-inch on this VersaCut on this 562, I loved it. I did love the setup. It was very, very nice. I'm going from a 14-inch to an 18-inch bar on this saw here. And I'm going to put the 14-inch bar on this 310. This is my original stock 310. As you know, I don't have compressed air in here in my shed. Because of that, I don't have the option of just simply zipping them off with some air, right? Cleanliness of your saw can impact how well it oils. Because if you mount a bar on a whole bunch of saw chips and dust, you can have troubles there too, because the bar, it won't seal against the case well enough to actually push oil into your bar. So again, saw cleanliness is an important thing. There's guys that clean them like showroom clean every day. That is not me. I'm just not built that way. That's all it's to it. Now, which one do I want to do? These are both called S62, okay? I could swear this one almost looked like it was full chisel. This is the one my boy gave me. Let's compare something here. Interesting. Interesting. There's been a change, everybody. I want you to notice this. See these two right here? Take a look. Oregon S62 here and there. Both branded Oregon S62. Got the S62 right there. And hopefully you can see that S62 right here. 18-inch. I want you to notice something here. This chain right here, the old one, states made in USA. You see that right there? Made in USA. Look at this one. Made in China. I'm seeing something that kind of looks like a date. Like, could that be like 2014? But let's do this. This is actually, I wasn't intending on doing this. I was going to leave one in the package and I was going to cut with one. Let's go ahead and open up the one my boy bought me. We're going to kind of visually compare them. Let's see if there's much of a difference here in terms of their look. I've never had a brand new Oregon chain like this of this age. Thank you, son. It's kind of cool. They used to give you a sticker. I guess you could place that on it. I've never seen that. That's pretty nice. I think they've changed that up a little bit. All right, let's take a look at the US made chain. Let's see if there's any visual difference here. Oh, this is not a new chain. This is not a new chain. Ah, okay, never mind. This has been used. My boy thought he was buying me a new chain, and this is not new. Let's see if this is an Oregon S62 even. Yeah, this is like severely a safety chain, like big time. Well, let's see. Let's take a look at this other S62 here. This plastic is extremely brittle in the cold, everybody. No wonder it broke. All right, here, let's take a look. I think this is like a link different or something. We're gonna hang this up. I don't know what the deal is with this one. It's been sharpened a little bit. This one's a safety chain. Big time safety chain. So I think that this one's been used. Someone basically put it back in the box. Let me see. I swear it looked like it was stapled up. It was stapled. That's a bummer, man. This thing was completely sealed up in here, and it had a used chain in it, 100% used chain, and it's not even the same size. Maybe it is. It might just be that it's stretched. I'm curious how the mic sounds on my hat, everybody. Let's see how that goes. Never tried it that way. I've seen it before. First feel here. I like it. It's not bad. Let's see how the balance is. It fits nicely. Of course, I don't think this saw is going to do extremely well in 18 inches of oak or anything, but let's see how she runs. I want to check the wear on this. It's been used a little bit. It's had quite a few tanks of fuel put through it. Could use on this back side here. There's a small, I can feel it, just a small burr right here on this back corner where the chain enters onto the guide rail. I don't know if we'll be able to catch this or not, but in here there is a small divot. but it's not chipping out like my Holes Forma bars, which is kind of what you'd expect, right? You want it to wear but not break out. So, and I do a lot of cutting with the tip, right? There we go. Through my gloves is not the best way to do it, but I can still feel it. What was I using this chainsaw last for? I don't remember. Maybe I was training with it. I might have been training with it, but again, I don't know why I put... Oh, I know why. I know why. When I went to Rock Hill Farms, we did a comparison of stock versus muffler modded. He was not impressed. I forgot about that. I have not run this saw since that video. It's been a little while. Let's do it again. It's again very cold. Very powerful. Okay, let's give it a choke again. I don't know about you all, but this one obviously has more power. This is why you don't be a shyster and try to rip off the big box stores or rip off your neighbor. I'm gonna share a story with you. So my boy knows that I like chainsaw stuff, and he likes going to flea markets, going to garage sales with his mom and I. Well, he's my boy too, so it's our boy, not just his mom. So my wife and I and my boys all go to flea markets and garage sales often. This right here is an example. This thing was stapled up, no obvious cuts in it. I think someone may have at some point maybe peeled the side open here. That's probably what they did. They probably did something like that, son. This thing was stapled shut. Everything looked like it was brand new. Maybe the owner, because again, this was purchased at a yard sale. Maybe the owner...
Flea market.
Oh, this was purchased at a flea market?
The other one was a garage sale.
Oh,
The oil.
The oil? Okay. So this was purchased at a flea market, everybody. Maybe this was found in some particular old man's garage where he didn't want to open it up to preserve the box or some nonsense like that. But this went back in the box. It looked brand new. I mean, this is the deal. If it was me, if I wanted to put it in the box, I'd open it up and whatever. But this is very possibly a circumstance where someone bought something like this, pulled the chain out, put their old chain in it, returned it saying they bought the wrong one, and went on their merry way with a brand new chain on their saw. Guys, don't be that person. I mean, people do that with saws all the time. I mean, there's return echoes where people buy a saw and burn it up. They burn their own saw up. They go to the store, buy one, take the parts off that they need because they straight gassed it, return the one that looks brand new with all the bad parts on it, and say, oh, I don't know, it doesn't work. You know what you're doing. Stop that. Anyway, my boy bought this for me. I'm more frustrated because, guys, when you think you're messing over the big corporation, if they sell this stuff in auction lots, this trickled down to me here, and actually my son. This trickled down to my son. I wasn't even going to tell him that this happened, but it's pretty frustrating. So anyway, don't be that guy. Do everything you can honestly. Be an honest person. Don't try to get out ahead of the corporation. When we try to mess them up, it just comes back on us again. Anyway, this is an example. This is the craziest safety chain. I've never seen anything like it. That's nuts, everybody.
What even brand is that?
It's Oregon. This is an Oregon chain. This is probably the chain that came on a saw stock, and then someone wanted a new one, so they went and did this. That's my guess. Again, I'm assuming some things here, but this is just a possible likely scenario. Don't be that person.